We live in a world that absolutely celebrates speed. We see it everywhere: fast results, fast healing, fast success. But have you ever stopped to think that some of life's most meaningful, most powerful transformations happen quietly, slowly, and completely unseen? There was a point in my life where everything slowed down to a crawl, and I honestly thought I had failed. I felt like I was being left behind, but looking back now, I realize that's exactly where I became strongest. Slow progress doesn't mean you're behind. It means you're building something that will last. Welcome back to InspireAbility, the space where we explore what it means to grow, adapt, and thrive after change. I'm Ruby, and if you've ever felt frustrated that your journey isn't moving fast enough, then this episode is for you. After my accident, progress felt painfully, agonizingly slow. Rehabilitation, rebuilding routines, and even relearning the smallest things, it all took so much time, and I hated it. I really, truly hated it. But with time, I learned that slow doesn't mean weak. It means intentional. It means sustainable. The world around us is completely obsessed with speed, but true healing and authentic rebuilding happen at a human pace, a pace that honors the body, mind, and soul. Let's talk about the illusion of fast progress. We scroll online and what do we see? We see highlight reels. We see the overnight success stories, the instant transformations, and those before and after photos that conveniently skip the entire middle. But they don't show you the middle, that messy, slow, repetitive, unseen part where the real growth actually happens. After my injury, I would look at people achieving things I couldn't do anymore, and I would feel so small, so insignificant. But what I didn't see was that my progress, even though it was slower, was mine. It was uniquely mine. It was never about matching someone else's timeline. It was about learning to value the pace that kept me whole, that kept me from breaking. That's the real danger of comparison. It makes you rush what needs time. And sometimes the greatest strength you can have is the courage to stay still long enough to heal properly. True strength isn't about how fast you get back up. It's about how well you rebuild your foundation so you don't fall again. So how do you learn to honor your own pace? There was a time when every single morning felt like defeat. My body wouldn't move the way I wanted it to, and I was just so impatient for change. I wanted to be better yesterday, but then I started tracking the small victories, the really small ones, standing for just 10 seconds longer than I did the day before, writing a single paragraph when the fatigue was overwhelming and tried to win. And learning to say I need help instead of pretending I was fine on my own. Those tiny moments taught me something incredibly powerful. Progress is personal. It doesn't have to be big to be real. When you stop judging your pace, you start respecting your process. You start to see the value in the journey itself, not just the destination. And when you do that, your journey becomes peaceful, even when it's slow. You find a sense of calm in knowing that you are moving forward at the exact speed you need to be. Now, let's talk about stillness. Stillness can feel like stagnation, can't it? Especially if you were once a highly active person, always achieving, always moving. But what if stillness is actually where your resilience grows? In those seasons when everything in my life slowed down, I learned to listen. I mean, really listen to my thoughts, to my emotions, to my body's needs. That stillness gave me a clarity that I had never experienced before, a clarity about what really mattered in my life. So many of us think we're just waiting for life to start again, when in truth, life is still happening. It's happening quietly, meaningfully, and beautifully, right here, right now. Stillness is an empty space. It's sacred space. It's the space you need for renewal, for recharging, for coming back stronger. One of the hardest lessons in my recovery journey was learning to celebrate different milestones. Before my accident, milestones were promotions, deadlines, and external achievements. Now they were things like balance, endurance, or emotional healing. It took a lot of humility to admit that these new, quieter milestones mattered just as much, and they did. They mattered because they reflected growth that was internal, not external. You see, milestones don't have to look impressive to be significant. Sometimes the quietest milestones, like choosing to rest instead of push, saying no to protect your energy, or simply showing up again after a hard day, mean you're healing from the inside out. That's slow progress, and that is incredibly powerful. Think about a tree. When a tree grows too fast, its roots don't go deep enough to support it. It's vulnerable. But when it grows slowly, its foundation becomes unshakable. It can withstand any storm. That's exactly how human growth works too. The slower you build, the stronger you become. Slow progress builds depth. It builds a kind of resilience that can't be shaken when life inevitably changes again. So if you feel like you're moving slower than everyone else around you, please remember this: you are not late, you are lasting, and one day, the strength you are so carefully building right now will carry you further than you ever thought possible. So here is today as reflection for you: can you let go of the pressure to rush your growth? Can you instead begin to trust your own unique pace? Because every small step, every pause, and every quiet day of trying again is shaping something steady and powerful inside of you. Progress isn't always visible, but it is always happening. You're not stuck, you are unfolding. And in that unfolding, you are becoming more grounded, more aware, and more resilient than ever before. This is InspireAbility, where progress is measured not by speed, but by the strength of your spirit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.